When a few Ukrainians gather together abroad, there is good chance to have borshchik. Not necessarily every day or even every other day, but it's always a possibility. What will they put into the pot to create this traditional Ukrainian dish? I can never quite remember the recipe, but I do know that beets are essential for that signature red color. How much is needed? It's all by feel, by eye. In Ukrainian language, there are many words related to this dish. The first thing that comes to my mind is hugvit, in Ukrainian borshchik. In Latin it's called Heracleum because it's big and powerful like Heracle. And more species are even poisonous. Doesn't sound very suitable for consumption, but historically it was used in cooking borscht and similar dishes. However, since their species are easy to confuse, we won't be editing into the recipe or even touching it. You can add anything that grows in our native land to the recipe. Fruit, vegetables, shoots, bulbs, anything that stores nutrients. We no longer remember how these vegetables first arrived in our regions. They feel so similar, so natural, as if they migrated voluntarily from other countries and continents and became part of our national culinary tradition. How do we remember? How do we forget? The ingredients need to be chopped, and you can experiment with the shapes. Do you prefer squares or rectangles? Carrots and beets can be sliced into rings, but consider the size. Think about the comfort of the person who will be eating this borshchik. More than half of the dish is water. Without it, it would be something entirely different. Water connects the components, becoming the medium in which all the ingredients blend in a whole. As a child, I used to imagine that I was water, filling any space available to me, fitting into any shapes. If you are not among of 900 million vegetarians and vegans, prepare a meat broth in advance. It's the longest part of the process. Cooking and eating together mirrors the process of constant transformation. Change is an irreversible part of life. Everything around us follows its own path and must eventually become something else. Perhaps we subconsciously imitate this natural process just as we did in childhood, copying that we saw around us. Or maybe it just tastes better this way. No need to think about what's inside. I don't think when I breathe, my heart handles stable circulation for me. I'll reflect on this later. Right now, I'm simply grateful to enjoy this moment. Someone came up with this combination of ingredients and techniques, likely not more than 300 years ago. Is it a long time or not? Even if you add olives and squeeze a lemon for flavor, the name remains the same. Borshchik will be always a living tradition connecting everyone who has even tasted it or will in the future. Thanks for the recipe.